Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Anyways, it is the Naughty 40 Eve. So it is the eve of my 40th birthday. All right, watch this. About to get my hair done. Just had a long bomb, literally hot shower. I mean, I love hot showers, but this one was refreshing, guys. I feel so revived. I feel so good. And if y'all follow my channel, you would have known that yesterday, day before yesterday, and the day before that, I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't myself, but today, I'm good. So me being excited about my birthday, bear in mind, I don't have any plans. I don't know if anybody around me have any plans. I just bought a dress. I just ensured that I had, something that I would like to wear. Let me dislike something that I would like to wear, and if I'm going somewhere, and I'm just looking forward to my day. My friend Mellow Sweet Journey just sent me a T-shirt, vintage 1985, something more 40 in the back, and I'm loving it. Um, whew, what else? Updates. Okay, so as we know, I decided that I wanted to start a weight loss journey for my 40th, or to lose some weight actually by my 40th. I wanted to lose at least 20 pounds, but that was unrealistic based on the time that I had started. The doctor said it is the healthiest amount of weight to be lost in a week is 2 pounds. The recommended amount of weight, the most, is 2 pounds per week. All right, so guys, let's talk about my diet and my journey. Let me know if I look any different, if you can see if I had lost weight. Comment in the comment section below, and let me know what you think about the difference in how I look now compared to when I started the journey, which was just like 3 weeks ago. I decided that I was going to cut carbs out of my diet and have as low calorie and carbs as possible. So I had nothing with sugar. I had not even tea. When I had tea, it was just tea, no sugar. I did buy a sweetener, but I'd never used it. It's still sealed. So I'm gonna have to give that to somebody because it's not something that I need. I can do without sugar. I was never a sugar person. I started craving sugar when I got pregnant and after I gave birth. My daughter is awake. I'm watching her on the monitor. Anyways, I'm super proud of myself. A little disappointed because I probably could have lost more weight, but again, that might not have been healthy. But I'm very proud of myself. Everybody heard me complaining. I didn't like the way I've been looking. My stomach was too high, it was too big. I didn't like the way I looked in nothing I would wear. And I just decided that I wanted to do something about it rather than just complaining. So I started my journey, and just before I started my journey, I stepped on the scale because I was avoiding the scale for a long time. My reason for avoiding the scale, my husband is 6 feet 2 inches tall. And he stepped on the scale one day, and I made the mistake of stepping on the scale after. We have a digital scale, and he weighed 217 pounds, point 0.3 or 0.4 ounces. And when I stepped on the scale, believe me, guys, my husband and I were the exact weight down to the decimal point. I was ashamed of that. He found it funny because he's always complimenting me about, how beautiful I am and I'm sexy and all that. I never saw that stuff, right? But he is always complimenting me about how attracted he is to me, and tries to flatter me all the time. And I love him, and I love him for that. And I am super grateful that I have that man in my life. However, for myself, I didn't like the way I looked and the way I felt about the way I looked. And I got more out of my diet than I expected. So, when I started, I avoided the scale, and apparently I wasn't eating as much anymore. So when I started my diet, I stepped on the scale, and after weighing before 217 pounds at 5'6", compared to somebody who is 6'2", and we weighed the same amount, I was very disappointed in myself. I hated that. If for the persons who knew me when I was younger, knew that even I was fine with however amount of weight I gained, but I never wanted to have a big belly. I wanted my stomach to remain flat all the time. Anyways, I had a child. I had a C-section, and I will not have that plywood stomach look anymore unless I decided to go under a knife, which I don't know about that. But let's not talk about that. Anyways, when I stepped on the scale, when I started my diet, then I weighed 213 pounds, 3 ounces. Let's go to the decimal point. So I weighed 213.3. After week 1 of me having fish, chicken breast, and just greens, no rice, no yams, no nothing, no flour, nothing. So I had chicken breast, fish, and greens. That was all I had for the first week, and no sugar. I lost 5 pounds. 5 pounds week 1. So calculate with me. I started off at 213, and then when I weighed 1 week later, so it's from Saturday to Saturday. When I weighed the following Saturday, I was weighing, let's go. So I was weighing 208 pounds. I was super proud of myself. Then I lost the following week. I was on the road a lot. I wasn't being able to prepare my food the way I would when I was at home. So I'd have to grab this here or grab that there. And my girl is awake. Give me a second, guys. Let me go get her. Okay, guys. So she's coming. All right. So I weighed 208 pounds. So second week, as I said, that's where I was. I was on the road a lot, taking care of some stuff, and wasn't able to really prepare stuff the way I would at home. So I'd have to grab what I could, which was for the most part okay. And then I only lost 2 pounds for that week. You want some, my love? So yes, I only lost 2 pounds that week. I was a little disappointed. I thought I would have lost maybe 3 4 pounds, maybe not 5 pounds, because I knew I wasn't doing the exact same thing that I did the week before. But I thought I would have lost a little more. That's fine. Also, what was not good for me too was that on the first week I started going hard with abdominal exercises. And I made myself sick. So I was in so much pain because I had a C-section, and I probably shouldn't have started working out that hard that quick. So it felt like a whole new C-section again. That's how much pain I was in. All right. So with that said, if you decide to follow the journey, just be very, very careful, especially if you're in the position that I'm in right now. Anyways, that blew off. After a week, that blew off. I felt better, and I decided I wasn't gonna work out anymore. So I never did any other exercises after that. So I was just losing weight. We went away for week number 3 and a few days, and I was tasting stuff, and I wasn't even supposed to be tasting. So I had a little bit of pasta, which I love pasta, and I was avoiding that kind of stuff. But I had a little bit of pasta, so I cheated then. And something else I tasted that I wasn't a part of my diet, and I wasn't eating properly. And I think my mom made some boiled yam, and I had a piece of that. Still wasn't having any flour or anything like that, but my diet was compromised, and I regained 2 pounds. Very disappointed. So it was a lot happening between the second and the third week. But then last week, so I didn't weigh myself because I knew something might have been wrong. So I didn't weigh myself last week after I checked and saw that I had regained the 2 pounds. I was disappointed, and so I didn't bother. So fast forward to Saturday. Actually didn't weigh myself on Saturday because I was scared, and I was like, I scared. So I delayed, but I knew I had to because this is officially the end of my diet. So I knew I had to check my weight because I had to update you guys, and check my weight last night, and I am now 205 pounds. So I'm gonna gain weight because if I do go for dinner tomorrow, I'm gonna indulge, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna have a good time. But after this week, I'm not gonna go strictly back to my diet, but I will be making a lot of lifestyle changes because my diet, as I said earlier, I got more than I bargained for as it relates to my diet. And let me tell you what the best part of my diet was, surprisingly to me. I've mentioned on several videos, plus on my other channel, that I have fibroids. I am going to try to figure out a way to show you guys the ultrasound, just a little part of it, so you can have an idea of how big my fibroids are. But I know for a fact, just by feeling, that I have 2 very large fibroids like right at the lower abdominal area. It hurts to the front. It hurts so bad whenever it's inflamed, which is most of the time. I can tell you guys that since I started this diet, I've not had a flare up of fibroid pain. I'm still on my period, and this has been my easiest menstrual cycle. So that's very good for my 40th birthday. I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Jesus. But this has been one of my easiest cycles. The first 2 days were painful, but not as painful as they usually would have been. And I don't have any fibroid, like feeling of fibroid in my stomach. I mean, I could literally touch on my belly and I would feel the hard fibroids. I would tell my husband or my mother from time to time, I'd take their hands and put it there and they would feel it. No, nope. So I mean, I know it's not gone, but I know it's not as swollen or as inflamed as it usually is. So that's the biggest plus of my diet. I love that. So that alone encourages me to not go back to consuming too much of the red meat, too much of all that stuff that's not good for me. So I know I'll lose that 5 pounds, and when I do lose that 5 pounds, I will definitely be coming back and sharing it with you guys. But I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna lose that in 2 weeks or a month. But I'll definitely lose that 5 pounds. And you know what? Before, and this is a promise to you guys, by Christmas, I will lose that 5 pounds. By Christmas, I'll definitely get rid of that 5 pounds, because I'm not doing it just for you guys. Yes, I'm trying to show somebody that it's possible and it's this simple, but also I'm doing it for myself because of how much better I've been feeling since I started my diet. Dieting is not easy, especially for somebody like me. I love good food. I love food, and I love good food. And that is why I eat almost every kind of meat you can think of. And I will try different foods. But where I am now, I've been doing some thinking, and I want to continue feeling this way. So I'll definitely lose that 5 pound and then some by December for sure. But it's not gonna be as drastic as this diet was. But I'll definitely be paying attention to what I'm consuming moving forward. I also want to tell somebody out there that try these vegetarian choices, try this diet, and make it as flavorful, because that is the key. That was the key for me. I can't eat food that don't taste good. And as much as a lot of the meals that I prepared on my channel did not look too appealing, for the most part they tasted great. So use your little seasonings, use the little things that you like. Use the little, I mean, if you cook and you know what you're looking for, use what you like and flavor your vegetable, just so you can enjoy it more, because if it doesn't taste good, you will not be encouraged to move forward. All right, guys, this video is now about 20 minutes long, and I really didn't plan on staying here that long, but I really just wanted to share with you guys what the journey has been like, and that it was indeed successful. For all the persons who've been following on this little series and watching and participating, commenting, liking, and sharing my videos, thank you on all platforms. Thank you so much. I've seen the shares. I mean, a lot of you have been watching. Some people have, a lot has been watching, but the likes are very few. So I'm going to ask you guys just to, as soon as you start watching, click on the like button. If it's interesting, you continue to watch. But just click on the like button just to help me, you know, get more likes because you definitely like the video. I'm about to get my hair done. I'm about to get my hair done and my lashes. I should be getting a pedicure as well. I'm not so sure about that part just yet, but I'll definitely let you guys know. You'll definitely see me, and I love you guys. Please remember my Amazon wish list. And for all of you who have purchased, oh my goodness, I am super, super, super grateful. I am super grateful to you. It speaks volume, you know, volumes to how much people check for you, how much people, you know, care about you. And I just want to tell you guys a big thank you. I will be opening the gifts. I'll be recording the whole thing, so you guys will be a part of it, and I will be reading the notes that were sent in some of these gifts. Thank you again. Thank you again. And please just pass on my videos to somebody who you know it might be helpful to, and encourage them to subscribe to our family channel. I also do have a personal channel where I speak more about personal stuff, fibroids, health journey, family life, being a mother, all that beautiful stuff. I will definitely put that link in the description. I'm also going to drop it on the screen right here, and subscribe to that channel as well, guys. Interact with me. I need you guys. I want to have conversations, so let us have conversations. Just reach out to me, and until next time, I love you guys again. Thank you so much,